There's a collector on the corner Saturday doing a video, not going to an auction. I think little Debbie put the hex on me or something. She told me I wasn't going to auction. And I got up
I said you'd be tied up.
I got up real early this morning, went out there and went to feeding and watering the rabbits and all the animals and everything so Debbie wouldn't have to. And make sure they'd be all right while I was gone, nobody die of thirst or anything. And it hit me. Them kids had the stomach flu. Brought it home from school. Debbie had it for 2-3 days. She got pretty much over it, and I was thinking, boy, I'm all right. I missed it. Not so. I was feeding them animals. I got the stomach cramps. Had to rush in there to the bathroom and this and
that. Yay!
Feeling kind of lethargic. Went back to bed.
You're looking fine now.
So I didn't go to the auction. Well, I still ain't feeling 100% for it here. Just I wanted to do this. So, I come over here to work on the Dodge. I kind of wanted to go to that auction because this guy had all kinds of machine shop tools. Turning lathes, milling machines, you know, wire welders and plasma cutters. He had all kinds of this kind of stuff. And they didn't have it listed. And I've never been to auction where I've seen one, but what I'm wanting to come up with is a mag drill.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't even know what a mag drill is.
Well, you know what? There was some leftover diapers in there. I could have made you some Depends.
But they ain't no good. And, you know, American-made mag drills, what I'm wanting.
American made.
But I was hoping they might be
My baby is American made.
Besides that, I guess I need to save my money for the swap meet at Springfield this Friday that I'm going to go to. I'm going to go there, sick or not. And I didn't need to be going to that auction.
Sick or not? You're going to make everybody sick?
This is around to the old people that I know at the auction. Might kill them all. Okay. That last Sunday auction I went to.
Yes, the last Sunday auction you went to.
Sorting through my junk.
Yeah, sorting through your junk.
I come up with a bunch of these eyebolts. And I put them in this little can.
Them don't look like eyeballs. Them look like
eyebolts.
Circle bolts.
So I got out here and, you know, my clamp steps slipping and everything. And I ground that rivet out.
Oh, wow.
And that rivet
that
rivet didn't want to come out after I ground the head of it all. So I got my auction air chisel and I sharpened the bit.
Auction air chisel.
And I air chiseled that out. Then I had to drill the hole a little bigger. So I got it drilled bigger. And I put this on there and I changed my position to the inside that tar. And then after pulling a while, I changed my position to right here. And they're not regular body tools. Some of them are.
Yes.
But what I used on this to beat on this fender.
I know it looks pretty okay.
I used that hammer.
Could you use some of them on me?
I even used a brass hammer.
I'm getting kind of beat up.
I used a couple slappers.
Can I slap you with one of them?
And
it looks like it hurt.
Sometimes I use this for a dolly on the other side. Sometimes I use that heavy piece of metal.
For a dolly?
Yeah, for a slap underneath.
I was going to say, Addie's got some dollies.
This is what Debbie would say. It's made out of American steel.
Gas them.
And this isn't dead metal. It's still got a lot of resilience to it. And it's so thick, you can beat on it all you want. You ain't got to worry about you're going to stretch it and have to take a torch and heat it up and quench it and
I sure hope it's dead. I don't want it to be in pain.
Well.
Are you okay, little Fender?
It's still got life in it.
What'd you say? Randy's been beating on you?
This bracket. This bracket right here is bent. If you put your camera right here where my finger is, that bracket right there is bent. And I've set up this Porta Power right there to push that back down a little bit. And then back here, this right here needs to go up. And there's a curve in that.
Tripping over your Porta Power. Yeah, I see it shouldn't have that much.
Porta Power right there.
Shouldn't have that much gap.
And part of the problem is, this strap right here is supposed to be right there.
Yes.
And somebody has taken...
You?
No.
Torches and cut it?
I may have not even been around when they did this.
Oh, hopefully.
They have welded. There's weld right there. They have welded this fender to the running board. It can't go over there.
Oh, goody.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my auction sale
grinder,
and I'm gonna cut that weld out.
I done did it for you.
And I'm gonna wear.
You're gonna wear
my auction sale face mask. And
your
I'll wear
auction
these gloves what Debbie bought me somewhere while I'm doing it too.
Okay.
But anyway, that.
Safety first, he always says.
Anyway,
as he chainsaws with no protection.
I took that tire off and waved it, and I don't know if y'all look at that other picture, but there was a great big dent right here.
Yes, there was a great big dent.
There's dents all over. And I'm not going to put Bondo on it or what you need to do.
No, that's
if
American steel. Yeah, yes, leave
what
it
you
alone.
need to do is sand it real quick and spray primer on it, and then you block it and look for your high and your low spots, and you'll take your primer off the high spots, and you just keep working with it, and then put a skim coat of Bondo on it. But I'm not going to do that. This is good enough.
Yeah,
if I get that
to me it's good enough. It's been in a battle.
If I get
the battle for its life
again. Well, what it was, the hood comes down. The hood wasn't latching or closing because this fender being the way it is.
Yeah.
So anyway,
but
I got my Porta Power.
But you guys bought it, so you should have looked and seen.
This Porta Power.
I know. I see your Porta Power.
In order for me to be skilled at using it,
you got to practice.
Stuff I learned when I was a little kid playing with Tinker Toys.
You got to practice.
In Rector sets.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I was a little kid playing with Tinker Toys and Rector sets. And, you know, it's the same basic deal.
Yeah.
And to keep this from slipping off here, I got a pair of vice grips at that edge right there.
Okay.
But first,
well, how come you couldn't have took your Tinker Toys and Lincoln Logs and made buildings and stuff like that?
Well, I did. I built buildings on my Lincoln Log. And I've had
become a billionaire.
I had a little ranch set up with all my little toy animals and stuff like that down there on the creek. And it come overflow and washed it all down Gross Creek. It probably wound up in Foshee River.
Did you go to the government and ask for some
I should have. I should have asked for flood relief. Okay, Star Child. I'm going to give this a pump or two. I got that Jaws of Life in there.
Okay, Jaws.
If you put the camera there, you can see it move.
Oh, I'm afraid. Be very afraid. I'm around Randall. I'm afraid. Ah!
It's still going. It just slipped up. No. That looks pretty good right there.
Oh, yeah. Leave it. Leave it.
Okay, now I'm going to push this one up.
Because I couldn't see. Oh, where am I at?
See, it comes up right here. There's the cylinder.
Okay.
So you can see the cylinder moving. You can see the fender moving.
I dropped my hat. Thank you.
But what it is, there's a bracket right here comes off this frame that this bolt hole goes through.
Yes.
That's how far off that got.
I know. Are we done? Oh, Nelly Bozo. Now all you can do is... Oh, you flattened it out. Ooh, doggy. Put a bunch of weld on it. You'll have it welded to the doohickey.
I've got my drill bits, if you look.
Yes, I see.
I got drill bits that fits this holes exactly.
I seen that.
Then I got this drill bit. That runs down there and just clears the threads. Just clears the threads in the head.
Oh, boy.
So I can drill that and center it.
Uh-huh.
And then I can set that drill bit, take the head back off, and I'm going to bolt the head down before I do it.
Uh-huh.
And I'll probably wrap a little bit of tape around them bolts to where they fit tight in the holes, where they'll be sure and center.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about auctions.
Oh, because you're so sad you didn't get to go
to
today.
auctions and buy stuff.
Uh-huh.
And somebody says you waste a lot of money and blah, blah.
Yeah, me?
Go to auctions, you buy other people's
Why
problems.
don't you just say me?
Well, you're one of them, but other people do too. This Porta Power I got right here.
Uh-huh.
I bought that at auction on the Government Deals website for $25.
Uh-huh.
I had to drive to Little Rock to pick it up.
Uh-huh. And that's
But
where
all
you
the
lost.
municipalities
And that's where you lost all your money.
all the municipalities, government agencies, everything in Arkansas, when they go to get rid of something like this, they got to turn it in to the state, to the Government Deals deal, and they try to sell it at a certain price in their deal. You can go down there Wednesday and people standing outside the lines waiting to get in the building. And they all rush in there, and it's all got tags on it with the price. If you see something you want, you take that price tag off, and if the price tag's gone, somebody else done claimed it. Then they go up and pay for it, and then the employees will get it and carry it outside for them.
Right.
No customers allowed to carry anything out of the store.
Right.
The employees got to carry it out.
Right.
That does away with shoplifting.
Really?
Yep. But anyway, I bought them for $25. Them bolts, I bought them. Them drill bits, I bought them at an auction. All these body tools, slappers, everything I got come from auction. I bought this come-along at auction for $5 and it's busted. And that's cast steel. And I welded that cast steel back together with nickel steel rod, and I've been using it for years. I've got another one that I get $5
If this
for.
is a
Put a new cable on.
Be Mean to Debbie video, I'm leaving.
No, it ain't being mean to Debbie. We're talking about auctions.
Yeah, and it's a Be Mean to Debbie video.
I had one of these grinders. With
Yes.
one with a wire brush on it. Sears, Craftsman, 2-speed.
Yep.
And that auction I went 2 Saturdays ago, that grinder was there. And my son said, man, as many grinding wheels as he's wore out over, piled up over in the shop, he's wore that thing out. It was on the table, and I was going to bid on it. And that auctioneer was in a hurry and started out, Choice. And they sold Choice a couple times. And then he just started piling stuff on the table, everything on the table, and he kept piling on it. And that was there, and I give $50 for everything on the table. And then I sold $25 worth, just like that. So it cost me $25 on the table. I got a lot of good stuff, including that grinder and another little D-Walk. No, another little, D-Walk grinder. So, anyway, these grinding wheels. I don't know if y'all ever bought any of these. These grinding wheels like this. Here's one that'll fit on that deal to cut that off, a thin one. Here's a whole couple more thin ones. A whole bunch more older ones. There's a bigger one. There's a brand new box of 6.
Well, I am happy for you.
Okay.
I'm so stinking happy for you.
There was a chainsaw there I wanted. It was a 101 Homelite. It's in the case. I bought it for $35. And then there was a big line of stuff, and they sold Choice out of it. When they got all done, the auctioneer sold me everything that was left for $1. And there's old clothes and stuff there, and I just ganged everything up and didn't look at none of it. I just throwed it in there. I said, sure, there's something there worth $1. And in one of them boxes of clothes was all of them brand new grinding deals. But what I was trying to say is that I could go and buy new in 2 or 3 items of what I've got would cost me more than all of it. Everything laying around here, just about, has been bought at auction. Wait, except I want to tell a story.
I don't want to hear your story. You've done ticked me off.
Well, I know, but except for this drill. It's got a keyless chuck. It's a Craftsman. It was made in the 50s. This belonged to my daddy. And my daddy had it. And it's got a problem. It's gotten old. I want to tell you the problem. Let me plug it in here.
The person holding it?
What? No. This thing's got power. I mean, it has got power. Won't quit. The trigger here stays locked down. You've got to be real careful when you use it. And if you just hold the trigger right there, it releases. This button was made to lock it down. But over the years, it's got where it hangs.
Why don't you oil it?
Well, I've had it apart. You can't fix it and you can't get the parts for it.
Oh, okay.
In my dad's shop, that's kind of a long-winded story how it got to be a shop, but I'll tell that some other day. But he had this shop down there across the creek. That drill was in there, and I had a big, long, tapered reamer. And I was reaming out the holes in something I had making something. And I had the reamer stuck in that drill, and there was a vise right there, and I was putting my piece in the vise, and I was using it. And had a piece of pipe screwed in right here, you know. And I was reaming them holes out bigger. And my daddy comes along, and he's got a battery cable. Where'd that thing go?
Right there.
Where?
Right there.
I ain't seen it.
Under your hammer?
Oh, right here. My daddy's got a battery cable similar to this right here.
Uh-huh.
And he's wanting to put a bolt through there, and this hole ain't big enough.
Uh-huh.
So he walks up there,
uh-huh,
and he's holding it in his hand.
Uh-huh.
And he takes that drill and holds it in the other hand, and he sticks that on that reamer.
Uh-huh.
And that ream trigger hung, and that hung in this, and it come around there and it tore the whole end of his thumb off.
Uh-huh.
Just the bone sticking out. So he had to go to the doctor, and they had to cut the bone off and pull flesh off, and he had a little short stub of a thumb.
Uh-huh.
Well, I had a 1/2-inch drill that was a Montgomery Ward. I'd bought at auction, and they didn't have much power. And he wouldn't use this and no more after that.
Uh-huh.
So he give it to me, and I let him have my Montgomery Ward. So that's how come I had that drill. My daddy bought that new at Sears, I'm sure. He bought a lot of stuff at Sears back in the day. And it's a good, powerful drill, but not everybody needs to mess with that. Everything we do has got an element of danger to it. This Porta Power, you know, it all does. But anyway, that I guess is about the video today and the story about how my daddy lost part of his thumb. But like these two grinders I got here, what that does for me, I only needed one. But when I'm grinding, I don't have to take it off and put a wire brush on there. And I was welding the other day, and I could grind and then pick this other one up and wire brush it off after I got done. And it just worked a lot better that way. It just makes the job a little more convenient and easy. And Debbie's got a legitimate gripe. She says that being she don't have a dryer in the house, I shouldn't have a compressor, and tools, and all this kind of stuff. And I guess, you know, there's a ring of truth to that. She needs to have a dryer inside the house. She's got one, it just ain't hooked up. Anyway, I guess it's just me being a lazy. And I've ticked her off on Mother's Day of all days.
No, tomorrow.
What?
Tomorrow's Mother's Day.
Tomorrow's Mother's Day?
Today is pre-Mother's Day. And boy, you're treating me like a mother. That's for dang sure.
But there's a big Jaws of Life. But they called that the Jaws of Life deal when I bought it. I call it Porta Power. But that's a big spreader.
And I call you a troll.
But anyway, I got good buys on a lot of stuff. And that's just the way it works out. I took that tar off yesterday.
Well, what I was trying to say is I'm probably the cheapest person you know.
Yeah, oh yeah. Now Debbie hates every dollar she spends. Don't think she's one of them that just finds ways to spend money. No, I've seen women.
I hate going to town.
I knew one guy. Probably shouldn't tell it, but I know two guys that this happened to.
Well, I know a guy
that was working away.
A bunch of bonking on the head.
They was working away.
Yes, they were working away.
Because there's no work here, you know. They was living away, trying to make money, make payments. And their wives never paid none of the bills. Didn't pay the light bill, didn't pay nothing.
Now see,
didn't pay the mortgage, didn't pay nothing.
I would pay the bills, and I would even try to save money. Now you know.
Yeah. Debbie would go where I was
well,
working.
anyway, that's
I was working one job, and Debbie could get my paycheck. And she'd go over and get my paycheck and sign it. And I was working away, and I'd come in, and she'd paid the bills and took care of everything and made sure she had me some cash for road money out of my paycheck left over. You know, she's been real good with money, and that's a lot of the reason why we got what we got is because of the little girl I got.
It's because I don't buy nothing, so you can go to auctions.
I'll give her money. Tell her to go down and buy you something, and she'll come back with something for me or the kids.
Yeah, that's because...
She's people-oriented a certain way.
I know.
Service to self and service to other, and she is almost totally service to other.
Okay, and I'm changing. I'm going to be a...
You going to start being a little mean?
I'm going to start being a Randy.
But anyway, this will be the last Dodge video I do for a while.
That's right, because I'm quitting.
Well, I don't know about that. But what I got to do is I'm going to go to that swap meet, Springfield, and I've got all these aluminum cans around here, and some of them on the ground, some of them in containers, and I need to get to all them aluminum cans ganged up so I can take them up to Springfield. And you people that sell scrap iron, junk iron, stuff like that, if you'll get on the internet and get on McCoy scrap metal.
Yeah, but not everybody can drive a long ways.
I know it, but if you'll get on McCoy scrap metal in Springfield, Missouri, they have their current price list listed on their website.
I know they do.
These other people won't tell you how much.
That's because they wait till you drive up and see what you got and then decide.
Yeah, me and Debbie was looking at
I don't like those people.
We're still newbies this YouTube deal, and we're monetized now. And we was looking at that, and I got to looking. Well, they say I got less money than they said I had yesterday.
Well, they probably got charges.
So I went and looked, got to thinking. It says last 28 days.
Ah.
So Debbie got on there, and she got over on a different page and all that to get. And it was. They're just showing the revenue for the last 28 days, and it's like $31.
So what'd they do?
So she got all together, and so far all together we got like $42 we've made on YouTube.
Woo!
But YouTube won't send you no money
until you get
unless
over.
It's $100
yeah,
or more.
So
we still haven't got.
So in about 50 years,
we're gonna keep making
we'll
videos.
get our $100.
Even if we don't make a penny, you know, and it all goes with it.
Well, it would be nice to make a penny. But,
oh, yeah.
Well, actually, it'd be nice to make some dollars.
Yeah, whatever.
But it takes pennies to make dollars. But anyway,
I I think for a guy that
looks like
I'm
that.
not really a body man. I can't do good body work. I know when I see it.
He went to body school. He ought to know something.
That don't mean nothing.
I know you farted around and played with all your friends, you big goober head. You should have learned something.
No, I took a 65 Ford Mustang that was totaled out and pulled it back out straight and even made pieces of frame and welded rusty holes and painted it black. I fixed an old 65
And then what
Ford
what did you do with it?
I blew the engine up.
Yeah, see.
And then I traded it for a 64 Chevrolet Impala.
See, you're just a kid.
Just a kid. 3-speed in the floor.
Okay, well anyway, I guess that's it for today, y'all.
Yeah. We'll say goodbye and good
and
luck
to all of you mothers out there, y'all have a happy Mother's Day.
Oh, I noticed I got 2 thumbs down on these Dodge videos. Maybe it's the culprit that's doing that is the one who stole it.
I'm sure he watches to see what all you're loosening up for him.
He's giving a thumbs down because they ain't up there where he can steal off of no more. It's right here next to them barking dogs.
Yeah.
Them little yappy dogs. Anybody comes around here, they think they're going to get fed and they start barking.
Well,
I just thought that was funny.
Yes.
I haven't told that him. It made Debbie laugh last night.
Yeah, it made me laugh. Yep.
But I think I did a admirable job on that.
Yes,
Fender.
you did a good job.
I don't know.
And anyway,
it's going to spring back when I take all
Oh,
this
it will,
off.
but you're going to weld it where it don't. You're going to...
Well, I'm going to get out here and grind it loose.
You're going to... Well, if you do that, it'll spring forward.
I'm taking it off.
Oh.
I'm taking it off today. I'm done.
Okay.
I've done all the body work that I'm going to do.
He done. Okay. And this is Debbie from the corner signing out and saying...
I would have bought her at the auction if I could have.
I'd have fighted and resisted.
Yeah.
I said, I ain't going home with that weirdo.
Well, it's a wonder your daddy didn't auction you off. You know what her daddy was? You ever heard of them Blackpool Whales, gypsy travelers?
Okay, that's it. You just want to... You know what? I really do wish I was a gypsy because I'd turn you into a frog right now. Boing.
She can put a hex on you. Don't think she can't.
Oh, jeepers. Well, evidently my hexes don't work because you're still breathing. Randall does that thing that annoys the heck out of me. It just makes me plumb annoyed and just
guy on radio
drives me.
Was doing a deal going to give somebody a prize if they could, whoever had the most annoying woman had the most annoying thing about their husband. And Debbie said if that prize was any good, I'd call in and win that. And she said, well, what would you tell him? I'd tell him the thing that you do that annoys me the most, you keep on breathing.
Well, anyway, on that note, or breath, I guess I'll say...
Hey, it didn't spring back.
Well, good. I'll say goodbye and good luck to you all, and happy Mother's Day to all you mamas and soon-to-be mamas and grandmamas. And please like and subscribe and share with your friends and neighbors and family, and just have the greatest of weekend that you can, okay? Bye, y'all.
Look, Debbie. Hey, it didn't move.
Oh, it didn't move. It looks like it moved a little. Bye.